Hi fiber friends, this is Ellen at Sisters 3 Farm, and today I just wanted to give a brief overview on how you can finish your projects. One of the simplest and easiest ways of finishing projects is to take your edging, and what you do is you fold it under twice, like you're making a hem. Those of you that had home ec or know how to do some repairs on your clothing, you just fold it under, fold your raw end under, you press it and steam it just like you would your rug. And what I use is the leftover linen. I pull off long threads because this is the length of my pattern, so I can get really long pieces of linen, and I use the linen to stitch my edge under and stitch it right to my backing. You can't see anything here. This pattern is by Lucille Festa. It's Big Bird. I fell in love with it. It's a lovely, fun primitive to do, but the edging is what's really easy. Doesn't have to be perfect. I use this not on my floor, it goes on my footstool in my living room, so when we're all sitting around watching television at night, put our feet up, and so this is a easy way. Next, again, this is where you can turn under your raw edge. This is a round pattern. Round patterns can be a little more challenging, but you actually, I do a gathering stitch. I gather it, and then I steam it, and then I turn the raw edge under, and I steam the heck out of it. And again, this one I sewed down. This one I used a natural or white kind of all-purpose thread. Again, this is one where I've turned down. You can see up close. And I use these little ones as table toppers, and I use them to insulate my tables during the holidays from hot dishes. So that seems to be the easiest way to finish your rugs. However, there is another way. And this is a pattern by Pat Hornifus. I used leftovers in here in the grass. I did dye for this. I took a lot of old uglies, threw them in a pot, over-dyed them with some black, and they all married. It was beautiful. But a really nice way to finish this type of rug, you can see I have a sleeve on here, this one goes on my wall, is this way. I whipped it. So this one you measure out. You measure out from your finished hooked edge 1.25 inches. And then what you do is you roll it forwards and then you whip it. It's a little nerve-wracking the very first time you do it, and I have to say even maybe the second and third or fourth time you do it, because you're cutting off so much of your backing, and there's no real room for error. But 1.25 inches, you roll it forward. You do not have to put in any kind of cording. When I talk about cording, this is the cording that you would use. You get this at your fabric store, Joann's Fabric. It's very soft. It's small. I think it's called a 1/4 inch. And you use it for piping when you're making pillows, just like here. This is piping. That's the same cording that's in here. When you're doing a pillow, you want to match your fabrics or complement your fabrics. So here's that same cording that you use to make piping. You can put in the edges of your rugs in order to do that. I'm trying to find another example. Oh, and then what I want. You can use anything to whip your rugs with, but I would recommend that you use wool. You don't have to, because we want to reuse and recycle, and we want to be good to the earth. But This is a wool. It could be thick too. It could be thin. This is some tapestry yarn from Pattern that I have that's black. And these are the needles that I use. They're like rug needles. You can see they have a nice big eye in there. And those are fantastic. And they don't have to have sharp ends. This particular one has a nice blunt end. That's the kind that's I prefer. There's a brand out there that's like this. Can you see that one? Nice big hole. Again, a blunt end. I just collect them. I keep them in this little tube I have here. They're fantastic. Don't lose them like I just did. And I just quick update on the little scrap busters. If you have stash busters, not a stash buster, but if you have leftover noodles, I know a lot of us, we just cut like crazy, and we have leftovers. We went over the pillow. This is it that's finished. And the other leftover pattern that I have is the little Thanksgiving turkey. I think he came out really cute. I like him a lot. I didn't get a chance to stuff him yet, but I did put the backing on. So today's project, one of today's project, is to do that. I want to thank you guys for watching the videos and for the sales in the Etsy shop. You can find my Etsy shop, Sisters 3 Farm. I'll put the two little scrappy patterns on there shortly. And when I finish my Charlie rug, oh, an update. We can do an update. Here's Charlie rug. And one thing I did want to mention is, please don't forget to date your rugs. Put your initials in them. There we go. E.g. I put the year 20. I forget to do this on a lot of my rugs. And then I definitely put a tag on the back that says the year that it was finished, who the pattern was, you know, what year. I'll show you one that I did. You can either make your own if you're talented. You can handwrite them. This one I purchased off of Etsy. There's a shop owner that does these lovely, lovely patterns, these tags. So don't forget to do that to your rug. I think that's part of the finishing process. I get to the end of my rugs and I'm just so happy that they're done. I mean, I love them and I want to get them on the floors or hang them up. That a lot of times I forget to put my initials in there. Or if you don't want to put your initials on the front, don't forget to put an identification tag on the back. So that was a quick overview of today's finishing techniques. As I get the Charlie rug done, then we can go over the finishing techniques together, because I think it's a lot easier if I just do a tutorial which really shows the step-by-step. I'll probably do the 1.25 inches out and the roll forward with a little tiny bit of cording in there. So that will be a video that will be coming up shortly. And thank you for joining me, and continue rugging away. Bye.